Hey guys, my name is Liam and this is Jeep Sheep TV reviews stuff. This right here is one of those magnetic wristband things that you've probably seen ads for. And maybe you've gotten one for Christmas because they're the cheapest tool you could get. I don't really know how you acquired one. Or if you haven't acquired one yet, I've got one for you, possibly. So our friends over at Sanlinkee, they sent me the flashlight and the work light, and they also sent me this guy here. It's a magnetic wristband. What they say about this wristband is that it is full of neodymium magnets. It says to have 3 or 4, I think it feels like 3 magnets across here. And then here, and here, and here, and I believe there's some up here as well. So there's quite a few magnets. And how this works is you just kind of throw it on your wrist. It's got this little strap thing, but I'm not really using it. I don't feel like I need to. Throw it on your wrist. Best to do this without a coat, I suppose. And it sits on there just like that. And you get to look real goofy while working on stuff. However, it pays off. So this is how this works. You're working on stuff and they market it towards carpenters and whatnot. I'm working on cars a lot, and oftentimes I'm stuck either under something or in something or all over the place, and next thing you know, my tools are way over here, the bolt's way over there, and this is supposed to help with that. I tried it out today, working on a carburetor in an awkward position, and yeah, it actually does help. So here's how this works. It's a magnet. You can stick stuff to it. So I'm going to grab a couple bolts here. Say you got a few bolts for your project. And you can just line them up on here. They're going to stick to the magnets. You got a couple more screws and bolts and whatnot. Now you've got your tools, okay? And so you can actually stick your tools to the magnets, but it doesn't really want to stay on there. That's where these guys kind of came in and innovated a little bit, or at least this is what they claim on their Amazon page, is that they're the only ones that do this. Now hold on here. This wristband, and it's hard for me to do this when I'm on the spot, but this wristband has pockets. So you get your heavier items like your tools, and instead of trying to stick them on here, you can stick them in the pocket, and it works, well, arguably just as well, just a little bit more hassle because it's a pocket instead of a magnet. So then you can go ahead and you can stick your screws right back on there. Now, of course, I look kind of like a weirdo now working on my vehicle, but when I'm reaching in here and and your foot's up and you're going this way, instead of reaching over to the nearest flat surface for your screw, it's right here. Honestly, I kind of thought these were gimmicky. Today I tried it. It did make the job easier. So the other thing is that Sanlinkee, when they created this, they did innovate around it, and they did give us these pockets. There's one here, and there's a smaller pocket up here, and I'll show you so you can stick a bolt in there. Now, you're probably thinking, well, what's the capacity? What if I'm roofing a deck? Did you get that? Roofing a deck? It's not a thing. You don't roof a deck. You screw in a deck, you roof it. Anyway. Well, if roofing a deck were a thing, you would probably need a lot of screws for it. So let's see here. You could just haphazardly shove your arm into the screws, and then I guess you have some screws. Or I suppose you could be nice and neat about it and put a buttload of screws on there. Look at that. There's more magnets on... Oh no! There's more magnets on this thing than you can actually reach. So, maybe they outdid themselves. Alright, we had a screw fall. What happened here? Redeem yourself. Alright, 1. Okay, I have to jump from deck board to deck board because I'm roofing it. All right, we lost one screw in all of that. Not including the one that I put back on there. Also, that happened. Okay. All right. All in all, this thing, it's a fairly simple concept, but it is actually really cool and surprisingly useful. Quality-wise, it seems to be a well-made product. You've got, gosh, I don't know the name of this material. And honestly, for this, it doesn't necessarily matter as long as it's not something that's like knit that's going to get caught on things. And this most certainly is not. You do get a lot of Velcro for your various arm sizes. I suppose you could put it higher up on your arm or whatever you want. They do show you can hang it as a belt of sorts, which I can totally see helping out. And then, like I said, it does have those pockets on the front here. The other thing you'll notice on their site is that it says it's got this mesh for breathability. Sure, I've had many backpacks in my day that have this mesh for breathability, and I guess it helps. I don't know. But it is fairly comfortable. If you look down below, there is a link for you. And that link goes to Amazon where you can buy this thing. And yes, I do get a piece of the pie if you use said link. So I highly encourage you to do that. If you're looking to get on board with strapping your tools and or equipment to your wrist, then this is the product for you. And I'm glad you stopped by. See you next time.